Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sulisanti from class 3C English Education 2021, University of Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. Okay, in this video, I would like to explain about fake news in our today's social media. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the first is what is fake news? Fake news, or we call fake news with hoax. Hoax is information that is fabricated or engineered to cover up real information. And in the other words, hoax is defined as an attempt to distort facts using information that seems convincing but cannot be verified. And stories that look like real news but are hoax, propaganda, and disinformations. And fake news typically appears on websites that look professional. The stories often relate to topic and people who are trending on internet, and they usually have outrageous headlines designed to get people to click. And also fake news can be intentional or unintentional. Studies show that fake news has a greater audience reach than 30-minute news. Okay, next. So why spread fake news? Because sometimes these stories are created to attract an audience and the advertising revenues that come with it. And sometimes these stories are published to harm someone's reputations. Okay, the next is growing problem in recent years. News is no longer monopolized by legacy media, newspapers, TV, and radio. Anyone can start a blog and claim to be a journalist. Most fake news comes from websites, unless librarians who traditionally taught research skills. And media literacy is no longer taught at many schools. People are gullible and cannot distinguish real news from fake. Studies show that view the media as the monolith. And the crazy presidential elections numbed our sense of shock. Truth, truth, truth was stranger than fictions. Okay, the next is fake news lists are often wrong. In here there is Wikipedia. Wikipedia has a list of fake news sites, but it includes some legitimate news sites such as Vice, Slate, The Blaze, Daily Beast, and the others. Anyone can edit Wikipedia, and sometimes its articles get vandalized with false information. And a communications professor created a fake news list that was widely circulated, but it also contains legitimate news sites. And the professor had had an axe to grind against certain sites. Now, this is example of social media. We we must know it is Facebook. Facebook is good for many things, but it's not a news search. Facebook is jobs to keep you clicking, and it does that by tweaking your news feed so you only see what you want to see. Go to Facebook to talk to friends, but go elsewhere for your news. Okay, so how to overcome fake news in social media? Okay, the first is watch out the provocative titles. Hoax often use provocative sensational titles. For example, by directly pointing the finger at certain parties. The contents can also be taken from official media news, but they are changed to create the perceptions that the hoax maker wants. Okay, the second is pay attention to the site address. And for informations obtained from the website or include a link, pay attention to the URL address of the site in question. If it comes from a site that hasn't been verified as an official press institutions, for example, using a blog domain, then the information can be considered dubious. Okay, the third is fact check. Notice where the news comes from and who is the source. Is it from an official institution such as the the KPK or the National Police? So you should not be quick to believe if the information comes from activists of mass organizations, political figures, and or observers. Okay, the next is check the authenticity of the photo. Because in the current era or of the digital technology, it is not only content in the form of text that can be manipulated, but also the other content in the form photo or videos. There are times when fake news makers also edit photo or video to provocate the readers. Okay, the last is participate in anti-hoax discussions group. So the last is how to report fake news. Okay, if you encounter hoax informations, then how to prevent the fake news from being spread. So internet users can report the hoax through the facilities available in each media. For example, we use Facebook social media, use the report status features, and categorize hoax informations as a hate speech. Okay, if there are many complaints from netizens, usually Facebook will delete the status. And for Google, you can use the feedback feature to report sites from search result if they contain false information. And Twitter also has a report tweet features to report negative tweet as well as Instagram. Then for internet users, you can comply negative content to the Ministry of Communications and Informations by sending an email to the address at aduancontent@email.kominfo.go.id. So that's all for me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terus